Okay, guys, today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. Today, you will be revising and editing your flash draft. So, we're watching the video and then we're going to go ahead and revise and edit our writing. Wow, and you can see that Miss Sierra has gone onto your writing and she has changed it up a little bit. So, if you look through this writing, you can see that I have my picking topic, I have my plan, and then I have my writing, and my writing is all together. So today we're going to go ahead and edit this writing, and this is all I need on your paper. So I took all that other stuff off now that we don't need that anymore. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch the two videos on how to edit and revise, and then we're going to come back and we're going to edit and revise our paper, make it look good, and then we are done our writing.
Writing for Kids, Episode 7, Revising Your Opinion Writing. I've written my opinion about my favorite book, The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Now I'm ready to revise. Revising means making your writing even better. The first step is to reread your writing. Ask yourself, does it make sense? Did I use strong words? Did I give enough details? If you answer no to any of those questions, you should change your writing to make it better. Here is my introduction. First, I will reread it to see if it makes sense. Do you like books about animals? If so, you should read The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. It is a really great book. It makes sense, but I think I'm going to change really great to fantastic. It is a fantastic book. That sounds so much better. I'm also thinking I should add more details about the book since the reader might not know anything about it. It is a story about a naughty rabbit named Peter who doesn't listen to his mom. He is supposed to gather blackberries with his siblings, but instead he sneaks into a garden and gets into a lot of trouble. Much better. Now let's reread the next page. I think The Tale of Peter Rabbit is a great book because it has cute characters. For example, the little bunnies are named Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They are fluffy and wear really cute clothes. Also, parts of the story are silly, like when Peter sneaks under the fence to get into the garden. I think I will change really cute to adorable. That is a much stronger word. Let's see what's next. I also love the illustrations. The pictures in the book are really pretty and colorful. Last, kids can learn a lesson by reading this book. Peter learned that he should have listened to his mom to stay safe. Can you think of a word I can use instead of really pretty? I think I'll say beautiful instead. Here is my closing. I'll change the boring words I used into the new, stronger words I picked. Let's see how it sounds. Doesn't The Tale of Peter Rabbit sound like a fantastic book? The characters are adorable. Parts of the book are so silly. The illustrations are beautiful, and it can even teach you a lesson. If this sounds like the type of book you might like, check it out at your local library. Perfect! I'm almost finished. Check out Episode 8 to learn about the very last step of opinion writing, editing. Opinion Writing for Kids, Episode 8, Editing Your Writing. Editing means fixing mistakes in your writing. You will check to make sure you have spaces between each word, correct capitalization, correct punctuation, and your best spelling. Let's start with my first page of writing. I will use a checklist to make sure I am checking each item on my list. This page says, do you like books about animals? If so, you should read The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. It is a fantastic book. Let's see, do I have a space between each word? Check. Do I have capital letters in the correct places? Wait a minute. Titles of books should be capitalized. Much better. Check. Do I have correct punctuation? Check. Did I use my best spelling? Check. Now I'm ready to check the next page. It is a story about a naughty rabbit named Peter who doesn't listen to his mom. Let's see, I have spaces between my words. I used capital letters at the beginning of each sentence and at the beginning of Peter's name. Punctuation. Wait, this sentence isn't a question. I meant to use a period. There we go. And I used my best spelling. Great. Next page. He is supposed to gather blackberries with his siblings, but instead he sneaks into a garden and gets into a lot of trouble. I see spaces. I see capital letters where they belong. I see correct punctuation. My spelling. Wait, that's not how you spell with. It has a TH on the end. Perfect. I'm going to keep checking each page with my checklist until all of my writing is its very best. Thank you for watching this series about opinion writing. Be sure to subscribe to Teaching Without Frills for more teaching videos.
Okay, guys, so now that we've practiced that and we've done our editing and looked and seen what editing and revising is, let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we're going to look at our paper. Okay, so we can edit and revise it at exactly the same time. So basically, the first thing you're going to do is reread. Now, when I first look at this, I know that all of my first paragraphs have to be indented. So I just put my cursor on the very first letter and I just hit the tab button and it indents it for me. Okay. Did you know that not everyone has access to fresh water? Over 1 million people don't have enough water for simple daily tasks like cooking, bathing, and drinking. I believe that everyone has the right to fresh and clean water. First, not having access to fresh water is making people sick and not allowing some children to go to school. We need to start up and work to get everyone access to fresh water. So I can see there's a couple things that I need to fix on here for editing or for revising. I know that after I reread my articles, it was 1 billion people don't have enough, not a million. So that's even more people, right? Then here where I say first, not having access. Well, I don't have a second or a third. So there's no reason for me to put in that transition word there. Okay. I can say a reason or let's see, I like what makes this important is when not having access to enough water is making people sick. But I spelled important wrong, so I can click on that and respell it. We need to start up and work to get everyone access. We don't need to start up, we need to stand up. So when I was doing my flash draft, my fingers were typing better and faster. So now here, that's my first paragraph. So now I'm going to move to my second paragraph. You can see the very first thing I need to do is I need to hit the tab button and indent it so I know that it's a different paragraph. The problem is that not all the water is spread across the earth evenly. This means that many people do not have enough water for daily tasks. This affects us and all people around the world because not having fresh water can make people sick. Cities in Africa don't have access and people are having to make choices. Okay, so don't have access. Don't have access to what? Don't have access to fresh water. You got to tell me what we don't have access to, right? So I got to put that in there. And people are having to make choices of whether they want to be dehydrated or if they want to get sick. This also affects children and their education. Many children especially girls. So I'm going to put that in. Have to walk for miles to get water, and this takes up most of the day. So they are unable to go to school. I think that this is very important, that it is very important that everyone is aware of this situation. We should be teaching others about clean water. As children, we can discuss this with adults, and as adults, we can help people by educating them on clean water filters and maybe making access easier through pipelines. This should help people because they will not get sick from dirty water, and the girls will not have to carry water all day, and they can go to school and get an education. So there's my second paragraph. I think that one is pretty good. Okay, so I'm back to I believing, right? Okay, so restating. So I believe that all people have the right. So now I'm going to be strong here. I'm going to put in an adjective and I'm going to say I firmly believe. I firmly believe that all people have the right to clean and fresh water. People around the world are getting, I can see that this is spelled wrong, so I'm going to fix it, and from not having clean water, and many do not get an education. Won't you help by, I'm going to, I don't want that, I just want to change the word by talking to others and joining in the right for fresh water. Okay. How about I say in the fight for the right to fresh water? That makes it sound a little bit stronger. So now I can go ahead and reread this. But guess what? Now that I have no red marks, I have indented, I have my 3 paragraphs, I have my specifics, I am finished, and I may now turn this into Miss Sierra. This is not due until tomorrow on Friday, but if you want to get it done earlier, you can go ahead and turn it in now to me, and that is totally fine, because next week, our final week of school, you guys are going to make a project. So you guys are going to make what we call a PSA, and you guys have been studying PSAs all this week about water and bikes and everything. So I'm going to allow you to make a PSA, and that's just a public service announcement showing everybody the right. So maybe having bike safety or swimming safety or roller skating safety or how to conserve water. You are going to be able to make a quick PSA Flipgrid video on any of those. And I will be showing you how to do that on Monday. So good luck, guys. I can't wait to see you. We're in our final stretch of the weeks. So good luck with your ending of 3rd grade. I will talk to you soon.